Hey everyone, DK Chillfang here, and this is going to be sort of like an unscripted update video, I guess you could call it. Basically, I just want to talk a little bit about where I went and why I stopped doing stuff, like why I stopped streaming, why I stopped making videos. And I'm sure most, if not all of you who have watched this, have seen the announcement in the Discord channel that's been out for like a month. But I figured I would just put like a voice to my to what I wrote, and elaborate a little more about what I have said. Yeah, so like I said, this is unscripted. There's no script or anything. This is just completely off the top of my head. So this is probably gonna be a little bit rambly, but I mean it's fine, whatever. But I also didn't want to leave. Like, I know I already made the announcement, but I didn't want to just leave the channel without saying anything, like, officially, I guess. I don't know. But where did I go? Where did I go? Why did I stop doing stuff? And I think to answer that, I want to talk about the history of this channel a little bit. I started this channel in 2019. When I was 12, and for like a year and a half straight, I pretty much did nothing but stream Roblox for like multiple hours daily. I remember streams would go for 8 hours. I think there was one that was like 13 hours long. I pretty much did nothing but stream Roblox for like a year. And, I had that Knife Ability Test video, which really popped off, so, that sort of gave me that big boost in viewership and subscribers and stuff. And, because, initially when I made this channel, I wanted to make it a World of Warcraft channel, but, I mean, who wants to watch a 12-year-old play World of Warcraft? So that didn't really work, and so Roblox, which was a little more, childish, and fitting, ended up taking off. And then from there, it's just, ever since, that's just been what this channel has been. And then eventually, I would move out of my old place, and for about a year and a half, I wasn't really in a spot where I could stream or do anything. I'd still do stuff when I could, but it wasn't very often. So the channel pretty much died because I stopped doing anything, and it killed a lot of the momentum I had going in. And when I came back from that big break, and I want to say mid 2022-ish, I want to say, about early mid 2022, probably around that. I just went right back to it, just doing Roblox and every weekend with the addition of Gartic Phone every Friday. And I was pretty much starting over from square one. I was having to rebuild my channel, but without the boost of that 500,000 view video backing me up. So the channel grew at like a snail's pace. And over the course of the rest of 2022 and then all of 2023, I barely managed to hit 3,000 subscribers. So over the course of like almost 2 years, I had gained 700 subs, which was like, sort of sucked, but it was one of those things. The streams were still doing good, and I was still making some pretty decent money from it. So I was like, well, who cares, right? And I was having fun with it. But eventually, towards the end of 2022, it sort of got to the point where I wasn't really having fun with it anymore. I was starting to get a little burnt, but I was still making quite a bit of money, and it wasn't like terrible. So I kept going. And then eventually, towards the end of 2023, the money stopped coming in, and stopped making money off of it. I wasn't having fun with it anymore. So I was pretty much, so I hit 3,000 subs, and I'm sort of sitting there like, it's sort of like a bittersweet moment almost, because it's like, I'd been working towards 3,000 for a long time, but now since I've hit it, I don't know if I have it in me to crawl my way to 4,000, like that sort of thing. Especially because, like, the channel was dying. It was dying fast and hard. Like, my viewer count had been, like, halved. I was making barely anything. And it's like, listen, I was not making that much in the first place. But it was still, something. Making, like, anywhere from, like, $50 to $80 a month. I mean, it was nice to have. And it made it be, like, it made it worth it. It made it not just a super waste of time. But now, since I wasn't really enjoying it and I wasn't really gaining anything from it, I sort of lost all motivation to keep going. It's one of those things where it is like, after doing Roblox and then Gartic Phone over and over, playing the same games, making the same jokes, making the same drawings, with the same people, over and over and over every weekend. I mean, it just got repetitive. And, I just stopped doing it. And it's honestly not even necessarily anyone's fault, per se. It's just that the channel was plateauing, so we weren't getting, an influx of new people to spice things up a bit and to add in their own flair, or, play their own games, or add their own sense of humor. We were just making the same jokes to the same people over and over, and kind of got old. And then also, I'm an adult. I have graduated high school. I'm off to college, and just in a month I'm gonna be 18. And and things have changed. I am not a 12-year-old who has nothing to do but play Roblox all day. I'm just not that guy anymore. I mean, it'd be nice. I mean, like, trust me, if I could do this for, like, an actual job, I would absolutely do this for, like, this. To be able to do YouTube for a living would be amazing. I would love to be able to do this for a living, because I mean, I like making stuff, but it's just, it's not. It's not. It's nowhere near sustainable enough for me to actually do anything off of this. And it's not growing at all. I'm honestly at the point where I almost feel like it would be better if I, like, really wanted to take a shot at doing YouTube, to just make a new channel, because it's like, I almost feel like I'm hurting my, like, self by uploading here still, because it's like, I don't know, maybe it's just, like, in my head, but I almost feel like the algorithm does not like this channel for some reason, because nothing ever pops off, ever. And it's like, the Warcraft Death Battle stuff was sort of like an exception, but it's like the Lion stuff, the Lion videos did pretty well. They got 1,000 views, both of them. But then the other ones, they're kind of dead in the water like everything else. So it's like, I mean, so the thing is with those Warcraft Death Battle videos, though, is that that set of like 5 videos was probably the most fun I have had making something for YouTube. Like, is it corny? Yes. Is it cringe? Yes, it's kind of cringe. but I had a fun time making it. So it's like, even if those videos didn't do spectacular, some of them did really good. 2 of them did really good, but for the ones that didn't do so great, it didn't feel as big of a waste of time to me because, well, I enjoyed making them and I had fun making them. So I didn't feel like I had been wasting my time. Because, you know, time is become a very important thing for me now. I've realized as I've gotten older and I've met people, actual people in real life, that time is an important thing, and that spending hours every day just doing YouTube by myself doesn't really hold an appeal to me anymore. And I mean, this is going to get a little personal. I mean, this is going to get pretty personal, but, you know, as you guys have been watching the channel for a long time, so I feel like everyone should deserve to know, but I didn't really have that many friends when I was doing YouTube. I had people I talked to in school. Sometimes I'd message them out of school, but like I wasn't really going and hanging out with people. You know, I didn't really have a friend group like that. But now, like, senior year of high school, things have really changed for me. And I have quite a few people that I am really good friends with and that I'm, you know, doing stuff with. You know, I'm going to their place, going out in town, doing stuff. And when you're doing stuff like that, you know, it doesn't really leave time for YouTube. Because streaming takes, I mean, just chunking out 2-3 hours every day, like, you know, weekend, every day of the weekend to stream is like, I mean, that's a long time. That's a lot. Like, that's quite a bit. For nothing is also the thing. It's like for nothing, not for enjoyment. There's no enjoyment. There's no money. It's just streaming to stream for the sake of it. So it's like, what's the point, really, of doing it, is where I'm at, basically. And, you know, like, I have other goals and ambitions that I'm trying to pursue outside of YouTube. You know, before YouTube was one of those things, and I was trying to make YouTube work, but it's just clear to me now that it's just not going to happen. Not like on this channel, at the very least. But it's been a big part of my life. You know, I have been doing this for a third of it. I mean, for 5 years now, I've been doing YouTube. And I mean, here we are. You know, I think everyone knew it wasn't gonna last forever. And I don't necessarily want to quit. Because, you know, I like to make stuff. I like to make content. I think it's fun. Like, Warcraft Death Battle is really fun for me to make. I had a lot of fun making Warcraft Death Battle, but it just takes a long time to make a Warcraft Death Battle video. You know, like, I wanted to, like, I know when I first started it, I was like, alright, let's make one, like, once a week. I was like, I can do that once a week. Since I'm not streaming, I'll just do Warcraft Death Battle when I'm not streaming. But, you know, between socializing and doing other things, and, you know, and then actually doing stuff for Warcraft Death Battle, it's a lot. There's a lot to do. And it's time consuming. You know, I gotta test that. Like, you know, there's a lot of test runs that went behind those videos. Like, hours of testing. And listen, they turned out good. I don't think there's a single bad Warcraft Death Battle video. But it's just, you know, it takes a long time. So, and with me being so busy, especially this last year with senior year of high school, and getting ready for college, I've had a lot on my plate, and I don't really have room to fit in doing YouTube anymore. And as I grow up and as I get a job and go to college and start hanging out with more people and being an adult, I'm just gonna end up having less and less time to do YouTube stuff. So throughout college, we'll see. Maybe I can start making videos again, but I don't think I will be streaming anymore. As of right now, I have no plans to stream anything anymore. And to be honest, I don't really have a desire to stream anymore. If I were to keep doing YouTube, it would be me doing Warcraft Death Battle. That's pretty much where I'm at with this, is because if they don't do good, I'm having a good time making them. But if they do end up doing good, great. But if they don't, whatever. So I guess for now, I would consider this channel, the DK Chillfang channel, to be on indefinite hiatus. I don't really have any plans for this channel. And to be completely honest, if I were to try and do another serious shot at YouTube, I'd probably just make a new YouTube channel and dedicate it entirely to Warcraft Death Battle. And other Warcraft content if I were to do it. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now with the YouTube channel. That's just the sort of general state of things. I know for a lot of the longtime viewers, this is probably a bit disappointing to hear. But, I mean, from me not streaming for 200 days and not uploading in 5 months, it's probably pretty obvious this is where this was going. So, I would like to thank everyone who has supported me and watched me for all of these years, especially to those who were here from the start. You guys know who you are. Like Killbot, AJ, Qwerty, Boz, and Reven. Mr. Bro, Della, Bubbly, Treva, Joe Phone. Just off the top of my head, those guys. I mean, they were here before the big break. And then after I came back, there's people like, for the sort of like season 2, you had people like Awesome, Creeper Dave, Alex, Simon, Mr. Man, Swaggy, Lazy, Sawdu, Mr. Eyeball, Gilgamesh. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people. Ziff, despite Ziff being very controversial, Ziff, you were a pretty funny guy. But yeah, that's obviously that is not everyone. Okay, that is not everyone. I know I've missed a lot of people, but you guys know who you are. Okay, you guys know who you are, and thank you all. I do want to thank you all for your continued support and just backing me up over these past 5 years. It really does mean a lot to me. And, this has been a significant part of my life. And I'm glad that you all decided that it was worth your time and worth your effort to, hang around. Yeah. So, it's just, in short, basically, I just, well, I have a life now. And I think it's time that I start trying to live it. Thank you all. Hope you all have a great day. And I'll see you guys around.